If you follow my journey here on YouTube, you'll know that I've received a new job offer in Birmingham and I'll be starting soon. So this will be a moving vlog. So my room is pretty empty now because for the past 2 days I have been packing because next week, Tuesday, I'll be moving to Birmingham. A little context here. So, I'm Zoe. Hi, if you're new to my channel. For the past year, I've been working in a small architectural firm in a small town after I've graduated at the University of Manchester in architecture. In the past year, I've created a lot of memories with different people and with a dog as well. And even though part of me feels like I don't really want to go because this has become my comfort zone, it is a part of life to move to a new place, to explore a bit more in order to meet new people, to establish new bonds, and create new friendship. And so here I am trying to pack all of my stuff into a few boxes and a few suitcases. Someone tell me why I have so much stuff, because prior to living here I have really little stuff that could be moved with one car, and now I'm just folding my clean laundry and it took me absolutely ages. I'm trying to fit everything into my suitcase, but it's not possible anymore, and so I have to utilize boxes. After sealing the boxes, which is basically all the heavy stuff like books and miscellaneous things, I started loading them up by the staircase so I can move them into the garage. But look at all this stuff and it's not even half. Next up comes a rather tedious stage, and it is loading everything into the garage. It is quite tedious and boring, so I try to have fun with it by sliding things across the corridor. And look at all this stuff, and this is not even all of it. After moving everything upstairs, I'm gonna reward myself with some cake. There is always something that I forget to pack, and I can't believe I forgot everything in the kitchen. So now I'm just packing everything. This is the night before the move. I'm feeling a bit sentimental, kind of emotional, because I've been here for over a year, met some really amazing people, and I have to move into the unknown again, and I kind of worry about everything. I overthink about everything, and I'm starting a new job next week. Everything's just really daunting. Like, I think it's going to be alright, and most of the times it's going to be alright, but it's also quite an emotional part of the journey, and I actually haven't entirely finished packing, and that's kind of a bit stressing me out because I'm moving tomorrow afternoon, so I have to wake up early and get it all sorted. Had a brief sleep last night and I woke up bright and early trying to clean everything, tidying it up, everything, just to make sure it's good the way I left it. And then I did some vacuuming because there's a lot of dust, there's a lot of hair from Patty because it's always down with me, and also there's a lot of my personal hair, which I think is the biggest culprit right here. And this is some last shots of the room before I left. I've just moved in and I've sat down. I had a bag of crisps, but I just feel like so empty and lonely right now. It's so different. The loneliness of the first night is real, and Taylor's with me, but decided to do something productive and started vacuuming the carpet, vacuuming the floor really, because it feels a little bit not clean, and then went to pick up some groceries and walked all the way back and chilled for a while. I think I've more or less moved in. I've tried to clean, unpack. I went out to do a bit of groceries, register with the GP, etc. But I just want to say I was incredibly sad last night because I missed the dog, I miss the people I've lived with, the people that I've hung out with previously. But I guess this is part of growing up, part of adulting. I think I'm gonna try and make a plan of signing up to activities or things I could do in the city to kind of block out my time so I don't just sit in the house feeling alone. Yeah, I think there's a lot going on in the city, so I definitely won't feel bored. This is me 5 days in Birmingham. So I have been registered with a GP, with an NHS dentist, trying to get myself busy, doing all kinds of stuff and mandatory stuff too. I've been to the city, registered for a library card, and my friend came to visit yesterday, so we hung out, so it's not as lonely. And I've signed up to a gym membership, so I actually have worked out a little bit. I've mainly used the treadmill, but I'm planning on joining classes to keep myself occupied. It's not too bad. I think I'm settling in quite alright. And now let's move on to the house tour. Everything's a bit messy. I haven't unpacked entirely yet, but I think it's quite a nice place and I want to show you around. So this is what you see when you first stepped into the apartment. It's like a hallway kind of corridor situation. And on the right here, we have the toilet. And that's my stuff. And this is the shower. It's quite clean. It's predominantly white, which I quite like about the furnishing and everything else. The water pressure is great. The heat of the water is great. The only thing that's weird is that the fan, when I try to turn it on when I have a shower, there's this weird sound and I thought I have set off the fire alarm, but no, it's just the fan. And so that's the toilet. And then, yeah, that's where I keep my shoes. Don't know where I should put them at the moment, so that's where they're going right now. Now that's my landlord's room, which I won't be showing. And then this is kind of like a tiny storage space. And this is actually all my stuff apart from the broom and the mop. These two boxes are not mine, but apart from that, it's all my stuff. Like, I cannot believe I have so much stuff. I didn't know I had so much stuff. So might have to do a little bit of decluttering from time to time. And that's the storage room. Next we have the laundry room. I haven't used it yet, but yeah, it's just a washing machine and then yeah, some basic necessities like a drying rack and laundry bag. And now we're moving on to the living area. We have like a corner area, so there are like two big windows. There's the sofa where I sit, an area rug where I watch the TV, and I've put the record player here and my vinyls on display because I'm really proud of that. The only thing about this is the blinds are really like kept shut for most of the day because it's on the ground floor, so it remains some privacy. And it's actually quite loud outside with all the cars and everything, and it's also quite noisy. But yeah, sometimes I would open a window just for like circulation of air. And then that's where the mirror is. That's where I sit because I don't have a desk in my room yet, which hasn't been sorted out yet, but I should have a desk later on. That's the mirror, that's me. Yeah, that's where I sit right now with my laptop. Some unpacked stuff. And this is the fridge, which is mainly empty just for a bit of my stuff that I picked up Morrison's a few days ago. And then that's the freezer underneath. Yeah, this is the countertop. As I said before, it's predominantly the same style. It's really plain, it's white, looks clean, and there's nothing really that I'm not happy about. There's my suitcase, which I haven't really unpacked yet, the bin, some other kitchen stuff which I haven't unpacked yet. But yeah, this is the living room. And now moving on to my room, which is kind of like a mess too. So this is the chair. The desk is supposed to be here, but it isn't here yet. That's my bed. And that's my laundry basket and some bags I have. Another suitcase, because apparently I have too much stuff. That's my wardrobe. The window, which I keep closed really most of the time as well. And what frustrates me is this tiny gap here, which I can't really put any furniture. It's gonna be really awkward. I can put boxes here, but it's not really aesthetic now, is it? But yeah. So yeah, that's actually the whole apartment. It's not like a big apartment, it's a 2-bedroom apartment. But I think the space is quite good, it's quite enough. The only thing that I would say is not enough probably is a bit more storage space, but I don't know if it's because I just have too much stuff and I need to declutter. Probably that's the case, but yeah, maybe a shelf or two would be nice, but I'm not complaining. It's all good. I quite like the light here. It's just noise sometimes from outside, but if I keep the window shut, it's fine. I'm actually kind of planning in my head of going to like a tiny IKEA or IKEA trip to see if there's any like decorations, ornaments, things that I could get to kind of liven up my room a little, to personalize it a bit more, to make it more my space. So there might be a vlog about that coming up, but yeah, I have to plan it out. So yeah, if this is the kind of content that you're enjoying, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. There are more content to come.